Good evening. Good evening. We're back to 102.7 Chop FM, and we are the Nerds of the North. DJ Padawan here.
And DJ Bodobo.
So, we're going to get you started off today with some music that we just had playing. That was Lindsey Stirling with Shatter Me off her brand new album. Came out about a week and a half ago.
Highly recommended.
Very much so.
And then I was going to mention, have you seen her new cosplay from Child of Light?
I have seen that, yes, but I haven't actually... I've seen the picture of it. I haven't seen the song that went along with it.
I actually checked it out before the show. I recommend that song. It's just a mix-up of, I guess, the album, I guess, or the soundtrack or whatever. I don't know.
It definitely sounds good.
Yeah.
And that second song that you heard there, that was War Machine, band coming out of Toronto. And that was their song Moving On off their second album, Left 4 Dead. Definitely take a look out for these guys. They are getting ready to start their European tour, so good luck, War Machine. Hope you guys do well. Okay, it's time for some entertainment news today, and stormy weather outside. We've got some interesting news to bring to you. A couple of weeks ago, I had discussed that the production company Bad Robot, who are responsible for the two new Star Trek films, had been interviewing a director who wanted to take part of the 13th Star Wars film. But the issue was they had to get it past Paramount. Well, congratulations, they got it past Paramount, and Roberto Orci has been confirmed to direct Star Trek 13. However, there is no release window as of yet. Speculations range from hoping to get it out for their 50th anniversary in 2016. So that'll be really good to see.
Yeah.
Always good to see another Star Trek film. I don't care what anybody says. You know, the new ones, they're not the originals. Nothing can get rid of the originals, but the new ones are great and very enjoyable. Okay, we've got some news from Ridley Scott, and he's going to be returning to the sci-fi genre, which I don't really think he ever left from his original film, The Duelists. But he's moving back into sci-fi and teaming up with Matt Damon for a film called The Martian. This is about a team of astronauts among the first to walk on Mars, and some difficulty happens and there's only one survivor. He's got damaged gear, damaged equipment, and he uses pretty much his own intellect and ingenuity to survive on Mars. Sounds pretty interesting.
That sounds pretty good.
As long as you don't decide to cover the entire surface of Mars in algae that creates a breathable atmosphere, because that was done and it wasn't very good. That was Red Planet.
That's another. It sounds like another potential movie that could be visually stunning.
Oh yes.
Anything to do with space, especially another planet. Mars, I always find to be. I don't know. It's pretty. From the documentaries that kind of try to attempt what Mars actually looks like. It looks pretty interesting. It'll be... I don't know, it's interesting to see what 3G technology is like nowadays. It's like after watching Gravity, man, anything to do with space, I'm down for.
Alright, well I'm pretty sure that the...
the next 3 years, all space movies.
I'm pretty sure that the wireless telecommunication system works fine. I think you were referring to 3D, not 3G.
I didn't say 3G.
Yes, you did.
No.
Okay, the new Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, is set for release for November the 18th, 2016. Should be interesting to see. Now, I know Orlando Studios is also putting together a huge Harry Potter ride. Could be Orlando. One of the theme parks down there in the States, they're having another Harry Potter ride put in, and it's The Escape from Gringotts Bank.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're going to be on the car, and you're going to be riding the back of a dragon. Yay. Now, a couple of weeks ago as well, we had brought you a story that there was an actor petitioning to be cast as Gambit in the next X-Men films. Well, he apparently did a really good job, because it has been confirmed not only will Channing Tatum be playing Gambit in his own solo film, we will get the first preview of him in X-Men Apocalypse.
That's pretty good.
That is very good to see. Hopefully you do a better job than the previous attempt at playing Gambit, because Gambit's a really complex character, and I'd like to see him brought to the screen properly. Now, Zack Snyder, infamous man in the news, depending on which nerd you're talking to, has revealed the first look at the new Batsuit and the new Batmobile for Batman vs. Superman. The thing I'm taking away from this, aside from the fact that the symbol on his chest is absolutely huge, not very subtle at all. Then again, you're saying that, and how subtle is a Batsuit, really?
It's funny, the first thing that it reminded me of was the Halloween costume I had when I was, like 8 years old or something like that. Like my first Batman costume. It doesn't look like armor. It looks like stitched together cloth. It looks like foam or something like that. Just like that's what it looked like to me. Like it looked exact to what I had as a kid almost. Like just the chest piece anyways. Like I don't know how big the logo was. If it I don't think it was that big. But I don't know. I didn't have too many issues with it. Like I knew that Ben Affleck, he has the jaw for Batman. Yeah, I do like how the Batmobile looks now. It's less Tumblr-ish, more Batmobile-ish. Yeah. So hopefully that's going to be good. But what really struck me with this design is it looks very similar to the black and white sculptures of Batman. Yeah. And not just because the photo was in black and white, but that's the armor styling that the black and white statuettes use. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Now, little bit of some sad news here to hit you in the middle, because before just ending it and going right into music, we've got some other news, but I want to get this off and out there right now. Alien designer Hans-Rudi Gieger has unfortunately passed away in Zurich. And this is, well, as far as I'm concerned, this is very unfortunate. His most famous piece of art, he was a surreal artist. His most famous piece was called the Necronomicon No. 9. And this is the piece that sparked the imaginations of Dan O'Bannon and Ridley Scott to give us the iconic design that we now know of as the Alien look. He was involved in almost every movie, except it got less and less as it went on, especially with Alien Resurrection. But it's unfortunate to see that he's gone, and you know what? He's left some absolutely brilliant work behind. If you want to see him at his best, pick up Ridley Scott's Alien and check that out. Because not only did he do the suit, the egg, and the facehugger, he did the actual entire design of the alien ship. So that's why it all seemed to fit together and look normal. See, it'd be cool if they... it's probably too late now, because they're probably already making the physical copies, but for the game... If the new Alien game that's coming out, like just to like either mention them in the credits or because
there might be a mentioning, but there definitely Alien Isolation definitely went and pulled hard from his designs to make it perfect. Yeah, and that's really good to see. And in fact, last year he was inducted into the Science Fiction Hall of Fame.
That's good.
That's fantastic. In less fantastic news, the 1989 classic Kickboxer is getting a big budget remake. No. And is set to star stunt actor Alain Moisey as the lead character. Okay. I don't know about this. Kickboxer was one of the few very good Van Damme movies. And the fact that they're remaking it, alright, he's not involved in it, okay, like they already had this problem. They went and made Kickboxer 2, and Kickboxer 2 wasn't any good. But joining Alain Moisey is Dave Bautista, and Georges St. Pierre. Yeah. I don't know who they're going to cast him as.
He's going to become the new Arnold. He's like, I have funny accent. Put me in movies.
Potentially, he could. So
I never thought about that before. Like, because I understand how many. He's been in at least, what, 2 movies now, I think. I think he's been in 2.
3.
3? Yeah, okay.
There was a low-budget MMA film where it had a lot of MMA fighters in it, and he had a part in that. Then
Still,
he was in Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah. But then I'm talking about...
Now this.
Talking about Hollywood, though, I'm pretty sure he was actually... He made, like, an appearance in another film within the last couple of years. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But, yeah. I never thought of it that way, but he definitely has the potential of being the new Arnold.
Potentially, yes. So I have to wait until I see a trailer for this film.
Yeah, we did.
But I don't know. I love Kickboxer, and this is going to be a hard act to follow. Now, the next 3 Avatar films are being made. They are being shot back to back to back, and Sigourney Weaver will be returning. Now, I've had a lot of people freak out when they hear this news because, spoiler alert, Sigourney Weaver doesn't survive Avatar.
Yeah.
However, people need to remember how she died. They tried to bring her consciousness from her human body into her Na'vi clone. It didn't work. However, she is now joined in with the entire neural network of their planet.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense that Sigourney Weaver is going to be in the remaining 3 films, especially considering they are saying her role will transform over the course of the films. She's part of the neural network of the planet. Even if we're only hearing her voice, she's in it. It'll be interesting to see.
Watch, it'll be the first movie, you'll just hear her voice. Second movie, they'll, like, find a way to, like, maybe see her or something. And third movie...
her clone gets up and starts walking?
They bring her back. They find a way, they bring her back.
It could happen. It really could happen.
I'm predicting it right now.
I don't know. I'm one of the few out of my group of friends that actually really, really enjoys Avatar.
Yeah, man, if you have a nice HD TV and a Blu-ray...
HD TV, Blu-ray, and a good quality surround sound system. Grab yourself a copy of Avatar. And you know what? If you happen to have one of those really fancy HD TVs that have 3D support, grab a copy of Avatar on 3D.
Yeah.
This is the one film where the 3D looks perfect.
Yeah, if you do not have Avatar.
It actually gave me vertigo in the theaters. That's how perfect the 3D was. When they're up in the tree and he looks over the ledge, I'm just like, no. Oh, yeah. That's not good. No, definitely really good movie. Moving on, we have last piece of entertainment news here. Andrew Baldwin. Just how many of these Baldwins are there? Andrew Baldwin is set to script the 5th Bourne movie. Now, I know this is coming just a week or 2 since my report that Matt Damon will be willing to play Jason Bourne only if the director from the originals joins in. Unfortunately, that director is not joining in to Bourne 5, and returning to play his character of Aaron Cross will be Jeremy Renner of the Bourne legacy and, of course, of Avengers.
Yes.
Because he was Hawkeye.
Yes.
Alrighty. That's pretty much it for our movie news for exactly at this moment. You got anything to add there, Botobo?
Nope.
Nothing movie related?
Nope.
Okay, well then I think it's time for our nostalgic break. Now, here's a song that I'm sure many of you will recognize from a movie. However, this comes directly from a television show. And it is a cartoon show. It stretches that boundary to be called a cartoon, but it is a cartoon show. So to kick you off with our nostalgic break here on 102.7 Chop FM, here is from Archer, Shirlene's Danger Zone. And welcome back to 102.7 Chop FM. We are the Nerds of the North, and that was our nostalgic break. Started you off there with a song from Archer. That was Danger Zone, featuring Kenny Loggins, sung by the voice actress who is doing the singing for Shirlene. Next, we went on to The Little Mermaid with Under the Sea, and finishing up there, a song from The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, that was Neil Finn, Song on the Lonely Mountain. And because I had an entire mental mishap there before the start of the break, I realized there's some movies coming out into theaters this week and coming out onto Blu-ray I forgot to tell you about. So we'll just cover those quickly before we go into video games. Coming out tomorrow, we have $1 Million Arm. Doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
But the one I'm excited to see, it's time. It's time for Godzilla. Godzilla this Thursday.
It's Godzilla!
Run! It's a kaiju! It's going to be great. Now, coming out onto Blu-ray yesterday, we had the Crocodile Dundee double feature, which includes both of the two Crocodile Dundee films.
That ain't a knife.
This is a knife. I was going to go there and I didn't think you would understand it. I, Frankenstein in 3D. Her, which is supposed to be a really interesting movie, but at the same time,
yeah,
kind of creepy.
Yeah.
The Oceans trilogy. A Netflix original series, Orange is the New Black, Season 1, has been released. And one of the strangest movies I think I ever saw in theaters, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. A movie about horses in the Wild West. And there's about 3 paragraphs of dialogue throughout the movie. It's full of Bryan Adams music, though. Like, that's all that's on the soundtrack is Bryan Adams.
Just Bryan Adams.
Maybe we'll find some for next week. Who knows?
So weird about Bryan Adams. There's some hardcore Bryan Adams fans out there.
Hey, Bryan Adams has got some great music.
I know he does, but people that like Bryan Adams
really like Bryan Adams.
Yeah, really like Bryan Adams. It's really weird.
Okay, well, that's finishing up for the entertainment news. I promise that's it for entertainment news for this week, and we're going to kick on over to video games.
You lied, because
what did I lie about?
I just thought of something last minute here. I wanted to ask you this. Have you seen, there's a company out there making a live-action Akira? Have you seen the trailer for this?
I have seen that the company was making a live-action Akira. In fact, if you want me to go back in my notes, I will tell you exactly who's doing it, because it's covered.
I know, but have you seen the trailer?
I believe that is a trailer for Appleseed, just to show what their live-action could look like. Because I don't think that's actually Akira.
I know. Okay, there's an actual Hollywood Akira being made live action, and they've been working on it for years. But then there's this other company, I guess they were doing, I don't think they're wanting to make a Akira film. They were just, I guess they were just showing their tech.
Just ended up being that way or something?
I think so. Because they go through, it's like a 3-4 minute long trailer, basically going through, I don't know, I caught it on Kotaku.
No, I did see a quick blurb about that. I just can't remember exactly who was doing it.
Yeah, I didn't write anything down. I wasn't sure if you seen it or not. I don't know. Maybe we'll check that out for next week.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways, video game news.
Video games.
Today, Super Time Force for the Xbox One and the Xbox 360 was released. Tomorrow, Moon Chronicles for the for the 3DS. May 20th, which is next Tuesday, is Transistor for the PS4 and the PC. And then also on that Tuesday is Wolfenstein, The New Order for the 360, the PS3, the PS4, and the PC. The PPP and the PP.
What, Xbox One's not getting that?
I guess not. From what I've seen, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they probably are. I maybe just missed it. Microsoft news. Microsoft has done some more backpedaling, I guess you could say, improving what they should have done, I guess, originally. But it all brings it down to compete, I guess, with the PS4's advantage that they have so far. Microsoft has announced that June 9th, the Xbox One will be sold without a Kinect for $390 and will be sold for $399. Obviously, you'll still be able to pick up the Kinect bundle for $499, but there'll now be the option to not get the Kinect sensor. And then Microsoft is bringing free games with gold to the Xbox One. So it's been a year now since they've been doing this on the Xbox 360, giving away 2 free games every month.
Yeah.
They are now bringing this to the Xbox One in June. You'll be able to get Halo Spartan Assault and Max Curse of the Brotherhood for free. And then also Microsoft has come out and said that they're making changes. You will no longer require gold membership for Netflix or Twitch or Hulu. Most of the apps that you required gold for, anyways, you will no longer require gold. And with this, an article came out saying that there is now the potential that Microsoft can boost their GPU power a little bit more. I don't know, like obviously they'll be able to do some software where if the Xbox, if it recognizes that your Kinect isn't plugged in, they'll boost the performance. If it's plugged in, obviously the performance will be lowered. I'm guessing it's probably already like that. I'm guessing maybe they'll be able to push it up a little bit more. An analyst has come out and said that the Xbox One will surpass the PS4 in sales in North America in 2015, which I don't know, and this comes after obviously the news of the new Xbox or the price drop or whatever you want to call it, the re-release.
Yeah.
And then, but the PS4, the same analyst says the PS4 will hold the worldwide total for another year or two after that. So, and that makes sense. The PS4, I believe, is more widely available internationally.
Yes.
A couple of switcheroos around here. Oculus has gotten a former art director from. So Oculus has picked up a art director that worked on Halo, Kenneth Scott. It's pretty good to see somebody, I guess, with decent credentials jump on a virtual reality team. It kind of gives it a little more backing. A lot of people are kind of hesitant about the whole virtual reality making a comeback.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see now that you're saying that. I want to see some heads-up display of the Spartan's HUD.
Oh, man. Okay.
I don't care if I'm just walking around the world. I want to have the heads-up display of the Spartan's HUD. This is
going to be the new market. If virtual reality makes a comeback, making custom helmets for your for your VR like headset.
Yep.
It pretty much takes up your eye slots, and then you can make a custom helmet just to make it all feel a little bit more comfortable, maybe.
And you can build the microphone into it.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll be pretty cool, and you know what? That means
I might actually do that. If I buy an Oculus, I'll rig like a helmet around it.
Well, if virtual reality takes off with the Oculus Rift, that means we're taking one more step closer to Sword Art Online.
It had to be mentioned eventually.
Of course, it had to be mentioned eventually. That show is amazing.
One day we're gonna have a whole show about. In the summertime, we'll have nothing to talk about, and we'll just talk Sword Art. And another switcheroo here, a former Blizzard employee, most recently the lead producer for Diablo 3, has now jumped on, live air burp, has now jumped on the team that is working on Star Citizen, a game that I mentioned a few weeks ago. It is basically a space MMO.
Mm-hmm.
It is still in early stages. I don't know. It's nice to see a big name come into a company that was started on Kickstarter, pretty much. So I don't know. That's pretty good, man. The Kickstarter is doing many things these days. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know.
Kickstarter is doing quite a lot.
They're doing many things.
I still want Kung Fury to actually come out because I want to see Kung Fury.
Was it on there? Was it on Kickstarter?
Kickstarter put out that's the reason Kung Fury got started. They put out the teaser trailer and they said if we make we need $600,000 to make this film. I think they got it in a week.
Yeah.
I really want to see this film.
That's awesome. Sony has come out and revealed a huge financial loss. At least in some retrospect, I guess. Their overall loss, $1.2 billion, despite their sales being up 14%, and their total sales profit, I guess, up to $75.4 billion. With this news, the CEO and other high-ranking Sony officials are going to take pay cuts. Similar news to the Nintendo from a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Hopefully Sony and Nintendo can kind of get back on their heels.
Here's hoping.
If you've bought Titanfall, for some reason I didn't write down the title here. I'm like, what game is this? Titanfall is getting the first of its 3 map packs tomorrow for the Xbox One and PC. No word on the 360. I would imagine they'd be about a month behind as the actual game release was. You can buy the map pack for $10 individually, or if you bought the season pass for Titanfall, it is included in that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and it's 3 maps within the map pack. Take-Two has come out and said that Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 33 million copies.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Very much so.
They kind of mentioned that Grand Theft Auto 5 and two unannounced next-gen games are going to amount for 45% of Take-Two's revenue for the upcoming fiscal year. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what Take-Two or Rockstar is going to be announcing next. Most likely another open world game, considering that's what they do. That's what they're best at. I don't know. It should be interesting to see what... obviously, they're going to be making a lot of money off of DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5. Mm-hmm. They recently released a new update for Grand Theft Auto. It's just another small update. Nothing big yet. No heists or big missions. That's about it for that. 74% of gamers still prefer disc over digital.
You can't take my disc away from me.
See, I really want to believe in digital. I do feel bad for the retailers. I do. The convenience of digital is really good. Obviously, there's still issues with the supply of digital or the access. Yeah. I guess for licensing issues. I don't know. It all comes down to licensing. I guess legal issues. Mm-hmm. When you buy something digitally, you should be able to access it like anywhere. A lot of companies are just catching on to this now, where if you buy a movie or a TV show or music on one product, you should be able to play it wherever. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. I want to believe in digital. It's the future, it's inevitable. Obviously, there's still going to be, everything's going to turn into small storage, whether it be USB sticks or whatever. Disk will obviously get pushed aside eventually. Yes. But it'd be cool to see games, physical games being released on like USBs or something similar like that. But like if gaming systems start coming with massive hard drives, which is probably inevitable as well, coming with terabyte hard drives eventually down the line, or the Xbox One I could see in 5-10 years releasing a terabyte hard drive to expand onto.
They would release a terabyte hard drive standalone that has to plug into a USB port.
Probably. I could see that.
And require its own power supply. They'll go the Sega Genesis route.
Yeah.
Eventually, your Xbox One's going to look like it's on life support.
No, it won't.
All these peripherals and all their little power bricks.
Another article that caught my eye. Nintendo already has an idea for the Wii U successor. And
is it called the Nintendo?
Probably. They're probably going to go simple with that. And
I remember when the Wii U was, or the Wii was originally to be called the Nintendo Revolution. That's a much better name than the Wii.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Obviously, Nintendo is not going to say anything about this until the current gen customers are satisfied. Mm-hmm. As I've said before, I can only rumor that it's going to have something to do with virtual reality.
Well, we are approaching E3, so that's the time when we're going to get everything showing up.
I don't think they're going to announce it yet.
Not yet, but we'll see what the Wii U's current future is. Well, yeah. Coming soon, very soon at E3.
True. That's true. Very true.
Because there's a lot of stuff coming out to E3. As you said last week, yes. Battlefront 3.
Yes. Can't wait. Final Fantasy 11.
Okay.
A game that was released in 2003.
That's the Final Fantasy Online version, yes. I believe, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It is getting an update. I'm guessing it's been a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a while. It's
getting a level cap raise up to 99.
Really? You couldn't just go one more digit?
You couldn't just go down 100. Amongst many other things, I'm guessing missions and craziness. This is going to be available tomorrow. Final Fantasy 11 being apparently the most profitable Final Fantasy game of all time.
It's because it requires a monthly subscription.
Yeah. And this is somewhat surprising that they're releasing an update, considering the new online Final Fantasy comes out pretty soon.
It does come out very soon, but that one's an entirely different entity.
I guess so.
Like the way the combat system runs, it's going to be a new creature all to its own.
I guess so, man. If you say so. Diablo 3. I almost skipped this one. I almost missed this one. I would never skip it.
Ultimate Evil Edition?
Yes.
Yes!
The Ultimate Evil Edition of Diablo 3 will be released on PS4, the Xbox One, the PS3, and the 360 on August 19th.
Yes!
This is the game plus the expansion plus a character transfer to either from the 360 to the Xbox One or the PS3 to the PS4.
I can't transfer my PC character over?
I don't think so.
I'm going to have to start putting more time in on the PS3 version.
And then this console version also includes online multiplayer. I don't know what that entails. The Apprentice mode. I don't know what that is.
The Apprentice mode means if I was running around as my level 35, and you just started the game up, and you're like, can I get some help?
Yes.
So I jump into your game, or you jump into my game, one of the two. And rather than having me not be able to do anything and not getting any experience, your character, the lower level character, is buffed up to the level of the higher level character. However, any gear that you receive is going to be geared for your lower level character.
Okay, that makes sense. That's not bad. The 360 and the PS3 versions will be retailing for $39. And the next gen Xbox One and the PS4 will be $59. The pre-order gets you Infernal Pauldron's in-game item. I don't know. It's probably just a cool little.
It's got something to do with cooldown reductions, health regens. I don't know if it's going to have the experience boost like the Infernal Helm does.
Okay.
But who knows? Hey, maybe with a character transfer, I'll be able to transfer the Infernal Helm.
That would be cool.
That'll be great.
That would be pretty.
Because that gives some major experience boosting.
That's about it for gaming news today.
That's what it